Hey everyone, this is Nikita from Parcel Tracker, and today I'm going to show you guys how I set up my account for hotels. Hotels handle a constant flow of guest deliveries, from personal packages to even maybe materials for corporate bookings or events. Packages need to be logged, stored correctly, and then handed off to the correct guest, but in busy environments, staff are also managing check-ins, guest requests, and day-to-day operations at the same time. Without a clear system, deliveries can be stored inconsistently, misplaced, or handed over without proper confirmation. This can lead to delays, guest complaints, and additional pressure for the front desk team. Parcel Tracker can help speed up the intake process and introduce more structure to package handling. When deliveries arrive, they can be scanned in, assigned a storage location, and linked to the correct guest. And when these packages are collected or delivered to their respective rooms, staff can confirm handover with a QR code or e-signature to create a clear record of delivery. By the end of this tutorial, your package management process should look something like this. When parcels arrive to the building, I can scan them using my camera with the Parcel Tracker mobile app. From the In tab, I'll select Scan Parcels, hold the camera over the label, and then press and hold the button to pick up the name, and again to pick up the barcode. I can assign tags, assign the parcel a storage location, and even get an additional photo of the parcel so I know what it looks like. Take a photo as normal, and press Submit to continue scanning. I can do this for multiple parcels in a row. This is my second parcel label. Again, we'll press and hold the button to pick up the name, and then again to pick up the barcode. We'll assign tags, storage location, and get a photo of the parcel. Press Submit. This is my last parcel. We'll press and hold the button again to pick up the name, and again to pick up the barcode. We'll assign tags, storage location, and get a photo. Press Submit, and then Next, and check in. Those parcels will now be checked in to my site. If I have an internal courier who can deliver parcels directly to the end recipients, we'll select the Out tab, select Batch Checkout. The courier can scan the parcel labels, or select them from the parcel icon on the top bar. Press Confirm. Next. He can get the recipient's signature as proof of collection, and finally sign out the parcel. Parcels can also be collected by the end recipient at designated collection points. They'll need to present their QR code to collection staff to collect their parcel. And from there, staff can select Recipient Checkout. First, scan the recipient's QR code, and then scan the label of the parcel that they're going to collect. When you're done, press Next, and proceed to checkout. The first thing I want to do is to create a Parcel Tracker account, and to do that, you can just go to parceltracker.com and select Start for Free to create your free account. Here's what your dashboard will look like when you sign in. Before anything else, I want to show you how you can customize your account, and to do that, we'll go to Settings. And from here, you'll be able to edit your company name, add your company logo, and even add your address if needed. To edit your company name, just enter the new one. And to add your logo, select Upload Logo, select the file from your device. And when you're happy with the changes, click Save Changes. While we're here, let's enable some features under the configurator. If I have an internal courier who can deliver packages directly to the end recipient, then I want to enable batch parcel collection, and I also want to enable additional parcel details. When we scan in a parcel through Parcel Tracker, we'll be able to add a tag, assign a storage location, and even get an additional photo of the parcel so we know what it looks like. Again, you should only enable batch parcel collection if you have an internal courier who can deliver packages directly to the end recipient, instead of having them collect from the reception area or a designated collection point. Once that's done, it's time to upload our recipients. So let's go back to our dashboard and select Recipients. The reason why we want to have a recipient list first is because Parcel Tracker will use this data to match parcels to the correct recipient and notify them at the same time. Without a recipient list, Parcel Tracker will not be able to detect the recipient, and packages may need to be put on hold to be processed properly later on. You can bulk upload recipients via a CSV list, or you can add them in individually. However, for hotels, recipients are constantly changing. Through our integrations, you can sync recipient data with a guest or property management system that you might already have. This means that anytime a person books with your hotel, they can automatically be added as a recipient in your Parcel Tracker account. This minimizes any manual data entry needed on your end. You can check out our list of existing integrations on parceltracker.com/integrations, or you can also use our API to connect your systems. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our support team. For now, I'll show you guys how to bulk upload recipients using a CSV list. To do that, select Import List. And from here, you can either download our template, which you can fill in, or you can select an existing file from your device. Here's what that template looks like. You'll see that there are some optional fields, but the most important ones you'll need will be the recipient's first name, their last name, their email. The reason why we want their email is because Parcel Tracker will use this as the primary notification platform. And finally, their location. In a hotel, this is usually the recipient's room number. Here's my sample recipient CSV list. You'll see that I have some names of existing guests, but I can also include members of staff who may want their personal packages delivered to the hotel. And when my recipient CSV list is ready, I'll select Browse File, select the file from my device, tick this box that says you have permission to upload the data, click Continue. You want to make sure that each column is mapped out to the correct property, and here's an example of when I encountered an error. Unit, which I used to define room numbers, was not recognized as location, so all I had to do was select the correct property, and in this case it would be the location. Since ID and alias are empty, we can hide them. Just hover over the field, click this hamburger icon, and select Hide. To add recipients individually, select Add Recipient, enter the necessary details, and click Add and Create Another to add a new recipient or add to close the window. But again, for a hotel use case, this can be pretty tedious, so we recommend using our integrations. When that's done, the next thing I'd want to do is to set up my scanning devices. Since Parcel Tracker is a mobile app, I can use a phone or a tablet. Apple or Android will both work, but for best performance, we recommend at least an iPhone SE or an Android with 6 GB of RAM and a 2.8 GHz processor. You can have a designated device in the building, or you can have staff download the app onto their personal phones. And if so, you should add them in as Mailroom users. To add a Mailroom user, select Settings, click Mailroom Users, and then Invite User. Enter the necessary details. You can also select their user permissions, so if you just want this person to be able to scan in and scan out parcels, then invite them as normal. But if you want them to be able to edit site details or configure features, then invite them as admin. And when you're done, press Send, and that person will have received an invite to become a user on your account. The next thing I'd want to do is to set up my tags, so let's go to Tags under Configurator. And you'll see that Parcel Tracker already has some default tags, but you can add more as needed. As mentioned prior, when you scan in a parcel through Parcel Tracker, you'll be able to assign it a tag. You can use more general tags like fragile, or you can use tags to identify any special instructions, like if a guest requested for the package to be delivered to their room. To add a tag, just click Add Tag, enter the name, and you can even select a custom color so that's easier to see. The next thing I want to do is to add my storage locations, and to do that, we'll just go to Storage Locations under Tags. Storage locations can be especially useful in preventing parcels from getting misplaced and helping staff locate the parcel when the recipient is ready to collect. For a hotel, you might have one package room for the entire hotel, and depending on its size, it can be really easy for packages to get shuffled around and go missing. If, for example, your package room consists of only shelves, you can narrow it down to each aisle and row. So to add a location, click Add Location, enter the name, and then click and Save and Add Another to add a new one, or Save to close the window. The last thing I would want to do is to set up my notifications. So let's go back to our dashboard and select Notifications. Parcel Tracker has 4 types of notifications. The first one is a delivery notification, which is what the recipient would receive when the parcel is first scanned in. A collection notification is a confirmation email that a recipient has collected their parcel. Reminders can be set up if recipients leave their parcels uncollected for too long. And sign-up notifications are also confirmation emails that a recipient has been added to your Parcel Tracker recipient directory. Delivery and collection notifications are on by default, but you can also edit the messaging to match your branding. To do that, click Actions and select Edit. Here's a preview of what the notification would look like. The recipient will receive a unique QR code which they'll present to collection staff to collect their parcel. You can choose to address the recipient by their first name, their last name, or by their alias if they have an alias. If you want to edit the messaging, you can just enter the new one. You can also choose to display advanced parcel details and this will show the recipient things like notes, who the courier was, and when the delivery arrived. And when you're happy with the changes, click Submit. And that will have updated the template. If you want to enable reminders, click Add. Select Create. And again, you can edit the messaging as much as you want, and you can even set a reminder delay and a maximum number of reminders. And when you're happy with the changes, click Submit. Again, click Add and select a template. And you now have a reminder email. Next, I'll show you how to scan in and scan out parcels through Parcel Tracker. Right now, you're looking at my phone screen. Before our demo, I want to show you guys where you can find Parcel Tracker on the iOS App Store or the Google Play Store. So whichever one you're on, go to Search. Look for Parcel Tracker. Select Parcel Tracker-Mailroom. And this is the app that you want to download. Once you've downloaded the app, just sign in with your account details, and you'll be able to start scanning. Here's what the app looks like when you sign in. You'll see 4 tabs. The first one is In, which is what we use to scan in parcels. Out to scan out parcels. Manage to manage parcels, recipients, and users. And Settings to access our live chat support, our online knowledge base, and configure the features and scanning mode. When packages arrive to the reception, we'll select Scan Parcels. Hold the camera over the label and press and hold the button to pick up the name, and then again to pick up the barcode. Since we enabled additional parcel details earlier, it'll take us to this tab where we can select tags. If you scroll down, we can assign the parcel storage location. Parcel Tracker auto-extracts images upon the scan-in, but you can add additional photos, especially for larger parcels, so you know what they look like. To do that, just click Add Photo. Take a photo as normal, and finally Submit. This will take you back to the scanning screen and you can scan multiple parcels in a row. Here's my second parcel label. Again, we'll press and hold the button to pick up the name. Again, to pick up the barcode, we'll select tags, assign the parcel storage location, and get an additional photo of the parcel. Press Submit. That'll create a new log. And here is my last parcel label. Again, we'll press and hold the button to pick up the name. Again, to pick up the barcode, we'll select tags, find a storage location, and we can get an additional photo. You're done, press Submit. And then you're done scanning, press Next. Parcel Tracker will show you a preview of all the parcels you've scanned, and you can select this drop-down bar to view their details. If you need to make any changes before checking them in, you can click this page icon. And when you're happy, press Check In. Those parcels will now be checked into your account. From here, packages can be collected at the reception or a designated collection area, or they can be delivered by an internal courier if you have one. I'll show you internal courier delivery first. Let's say that your delivery person has picked up the parcels and has arrived to the recipient's room. They'll select the Out tab, select Batch Checkout. Then he can either scan the parcel label or select them from this parcel icon on the top bar. Once he selected them, he'll press Confirm. Next, he can get the recipient's signature to confirm delivery. And finally, Checkout. Simple as that. If instead recipients will be collecting their parcels from the reception or a designated collection point, again they'll have received a QR code in their email and all they have to do is present it to the collection staff. And from there, staff will select Recipient Checkout. First scan their QR code. And then scan the parcels that they're going to collect. Or select them from the parcel icon on the top bar. And when you're done, press Next. Since a QR code was used, you can simply proceed to checkout, or you can switch to recipient e-signature, and then checkout. We're now back at the web dashboard and I want to show you guys the Parcels tab. And let's open one of Isaac's parcels. Here you'll see all the parcel details, And on the right, you'll even see a timeline from when the parcel was checked in to when it was signed out, and even the user who was handling the parcel at the time. One more tab that I think you'll find really helpful is our statistics tab. In this tab, you'll be able to see your peak check-in and checkout times, your top couriers, as well as your average parcel turnaround time. Since this is a new account, we don't have a lot of data here yet, but I'll show you guys what it looks like once you've spent enough time with the software. Now I want to give you guys an example of how I would use this data to improve package management on my hotel. If I notice that my peak check-in and checkout times happen during a particular hour or day, I can use that information to allocate more resources like extra helping hands or parcel trolleys to accommodate the intake of deliveries. I can also perform an audit to make sure that there are no outstanding packages taking up space in my package room. Average parcel turnaround time refers to the amount of time it takes for a parcel to be collected after it's been signed in. If I have a high average turnaround time, it might mean that I need to enable reminders, make them more frequent, or assign someone to deliver packages directly to the recipients. That concludes our tutorial for hotels. Please let us know if you found this video helpful, which features you like best, or which features you'd like to see us add in the future. Subscribe to stay up to date with our latest features, and you can find our sign up link in the description below. Thanks again for watching, and see you next time.